To England now, where Graham Thomas joins us live from the United Kingdom. So Graham, hi, how are you?
Hi, Alma. We're fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. So, okay, so what are the updates in the United Kingdom?
Well, here in the
Very
United
good,
Kingdom,
yes.
the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, has confirmed that England is now ready to move to the next step of the lockdown ease. Let's listen in.
269,127 people have tested positive, and that's an increase of 1,887 cases since yesterday. 8,560 people are in hospital with coronavirus, down 11% from 9,607, and sadly, of those tested positive for coronavirus across all settings, 37,837 have now died. That's an increase of 377 fatalities since yesterday. The result is we can move forward with adjusting the lockdown in England on Monday. First, as I set out on Sunday, we will now reopen schools to more children. We will also start to reopen shops as we restart our economy. We'll begin on Monday with outdoor retail and car showrooms where social distancing is generally easier. And a fortnight later, on the 15th of June, we intend to reopen other non-essential retail. At the moment, as you know, people can meet in parks, but not in private gardens. And this was a cautious first step. But we know that there is no difference in the health risk. So we will now allow people to meet in gardens and other private outdoor spaces.
Long-awaited and joyful moment when people will be able to see both parents at once or both grandparents at once in cases where families live apart. All shops still solvent after being forced to lock down up to 12 weeks ago can now open their doors on June 15. But the British leader insisted everyone must continue observing social distancing measures and exercise common sense, a policy that government critics argue is being gravely undermined by the Premier's rule-breaking aid. Mr. Johnson said that despite the slight easing of the rules on meeting people outside, those in England deemed most vulnerable to COVID-19 should carry on in shielding themselves for now. He said to those that are shielding that ministers were looking carefully at how we can make your life easier and hope to say more on that soon. The Prime Minister alerted there will be further local outbreaks and said the government would reapply measures where required, but guaranteed people who lose income as a result of local lockdowns will be helped. According to BBC News, the Prime Minister warned the country should make only limited and cautious progress out of lockdown, which initially began on the 23rd of March. The UK government's chief scientific advisor, Sir Patrick Vallance, said the rate of infection was still close to 1, the rate at which the number of new cases can rise rapidly, and that we're still seeing new infections every day at quite a significant rate. That means there's not a lot of room to do things, and things need to be done cautiously, step by step, and monitored. And the test and trace system needs to be effective in order to manage that, he said. His warning came as a new study by the Office for National Statistics suggested 1 in 15 people in England, that's about 7% of the population, have already had the virus. On to a more light news, opera singer Edgaras Montvidas took to the streets of South London on Thursday evening to add a new spin to the weekly Clap for Our Carers event. This is to recognise the frontliners on the state-run health service. Let's hear from the music of the singer himself. with support from actor friend Jason Fleming and volunteers from Critical NHS. Monvidas helped raise money for the charity which provides food and provisions for care workers. Back to you, Alma.
Okay, Graham. Okay, let's listen to the music of to the singing of the opera singer. Okay, so thank you, Graham, for your report. I guess we can't get the opera singer for now, but thank you so much for that.
I could have tried myself. But
Yes.
This is Graham Thomas for EBC News here in the United Kingdom, and we live in interesting times.
Thank you, Graham. All right.